You know, one of my biggest fears um, when I converted to Christianity was that I wasn't going to be able to make fun of stupid Christians on YouTube anymore. But that's proven unfounded. In fact, I think now I'm going to be able to do it even more. Um, from what I'm told, Paul's ego did a Periscope where he kind of says like, "Oh, we're not going to respond to you, fake Sagan. You're not worth a DP response." Blah 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 blah. And then apparently the DP actually did respond to me, and I still haven't seen it yet. But this is what I've been told. I've been told that like Paul kind of sits there all quiet and embarrassed because like they're talking about me, and he said they wouldn't. And I was getting all ready to dig into that and like try to find some kind of timestamp or something so I don't have to sit through 3 hours of DP shit. But then this stuff happened in the comments section of my last video, Fake Sagan Owns Paul. And it's just so good. Like that video hasn't even been up for like, I mean, it's been up for a couple of hours, right? And I'm already getting such comedy gold out of the comments that it's getting its own video. This is rare. This doesn't happen often. First, before we get to that, let's get to a little bit more funny Christian stupidity, though. So on my previous video, current events, YouTube and Reel, I got a little visit from our old friend Gear Up. Um, this dude is old school. This is one of the names from like way back in the heyday of YouTube atheism when that was still a thing. And he hasn't changed. And if you guys go check the comments out, you can see this awesome, wonderful, beautiful exchange between him and Sausage for Mash, where he's just getting hilariously clowned on. And if you guys like laughing, I suggest you go check that out. But that's just a little appetizer. Let's get on to the main course here. Well, okay, one more appetizer first. So, so in the comments of Fake Sagan Pwns Paul, we got this guy Maranatha who says "stupid lol" in all caps, and you know I responded with my little witticism here, and then and then he says, "Surely none can be stupid than you." I know it's not that. I mean, it's funny, but it's not that funny. You know, it's just kind of. I mean, it's kind of funny. But anyway, though, let's get on to the main course here. This is the best. I mean, I've been fucking losing it for like 20 minutes. So this guy's Shock of Christ. Same video, by the way. Fake Sagan Pwns Paul. This guy Shock of Christ says, "What a pompous and clueless novice," and then he posts a link to a Google Plus post by himself. And you can see here this comment has 5 upvotes, so 5 retards are as dumb as Shock of Christ. Anyway, though, so I went ahead and I checked out this little G Plus post of his that he linked. And it's, he links my video. And it says, "A novice newbie is already dogging on Paul due to being falsely taught, thereby regurgitating the same falsehood." And there's the link to my video right there. And then he says, "In Bible Hub," and here's a problem already, okay? Because you're posting Bible Hub. "In Bible Hub, please note that Christ never said Peter would be the rock of the church. Know the difference between Petra, the rock, and Petros, stone." Okay, so I mean it's funny enough as is, and for those who aren't erudite enough to get the joke yet, and it's really not that hard to get, but we'll save that punchline, but because like my immediate reaction when I saw this was like, where's he getting this shit? Like, he didn't come up with this on his own. This guy can't read Greek. There's some greater fool at work here. And sure enough, he's got this link, right? It says, "For more, please watch." So I went ahead and I went ahead and I clicked it. And it's a Thick Shades video, aka Thick Skull. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on. And the the video is called Petra versus Petros, in parentheses Jesus versus Peter. And let's watch an excerpt from that. In fact, we might even watch the whole thing. Let's watch that right now, and then I'll deliver the punchline.
Hey guys, T.S. over here. Hope everything's good. In Matthew 16:18, it says, "And I say unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Okay, so Christ at this time is naming Peter right now, okay, meaning a stone, and differentiating himself, this rock pointing himself, Christ. So we have to understand that this and this are different. From what we see in English, they don't look different, and many misunderstand this as this. So let's go to Greek of Matthew 16:18. It literally translates such, okay, Peter, thou art. Now he's naming Petros, okay, meaning a stone, pebble, such as a small rock found along a pathway, a piece of rock, a small stone. And that in contrast to Petra, which is a huge, humongous one. So just as it has, let me put this over this way. In Matthew 16:18, this Petros, we know that's a piece of stone, whereas when Christ pointed himself, rock, upon this rock, right? Petra, okay, this verse is against Petros versus Petra. If you look at that, that is a massive connected rock, which is a distinct from Petros, which means Peter, right? Which means a detached stone or little stone or boulder. Whereas Petra is a massive rock, okay, a massive connected rock. Okay, so it's just large, massive rock, Petra. So I hope that that makes a little clear. There are a lot of people who kind of confuse this verse, Matthew 16:18, and saying that, when Christ says, "Thou art Peter," meaning a stone, and upon this rock, they immediately bridge this rock with Peter, when it's actually pointing to Jesus Christ.
Okay, guys, so you caught all that, right? Now, before I deliver this punchline, let me just give one little extra piece of setup. So there's an old urban legend that's been making the rounds on the internet for literally years. This has been attributed to all kinds of sources, but most commonly they say there was some Southern senator somewhere, because people like to rip on the South, right? Who supposedly said, if English was good enough for Jesus, then it's good enough for me. Right? But nobody was actually that dumb. Or are they? Alright. So to shock of Christ and Thick Skull, here's the punchline for you guys. You ready? Now, there's an entire Wikipedia article about this, if you ever feel like checking it out, called Language of Jesus. Okay? And I'm going to give you a screen cap from that right here. So here's the bottom line, guys. Jesus of Nazareth spoke Aramaic. That's part of the Semitic subfamily of Afro-Asiatic languages, of which Hebrew and Phoenician are actually offshoots. That's like the Canaanite subgroup. But the bottom line is, Jesus did not speak Greek. Okay? Jesus didn't speak Greek. So to have a semantic argument about like, oh well, he actually said Petros, not Petra, and that means stone in Greek, not rock. So therefore, when he commissioned Saint Peter, he wasn't actually commissioning Saint Peter as the rock of the church. He was commissioning himself as the rock of the church. Jesus was commissioning himself, Jesus, as the rock of the church. No, because because the word he used when he commissioned Peter was Cephas. That's from the Aramaic, and in fact, this guy, Shock of Christ, if he had actually watched the video of mine that that he left a retarded comment on. Oh, I just can't. Oh, fuck it, I'm done.